Just dropped in a Delta Force and feeling lost? Don't worry, I've got you. This is the ultimate beginner's guide to get you up to speed fast, pick the right gear, and start dominating matches from day one. Let's dive in. Before you even queue up, change these settings. First up, scope magnification adapts automatically. You can see here when enabled, the magnification rate of low power scopes will adjust adaptively based off of field of view. So you absolutely want this on. Next, head over to keyboard and mouse. Tweak your sensitivity to match your muscle memory, lower for accuracy, higher for fast flicks. I have mine super low because I am new to keyboard and mouse. Up next, head on over to controls and combat and adjust your keybinds. Everybody has their keybinds a little bit different. Mine are super funky just because I'm brand new to keyboard and mouse, but make sure you're looking through here and checking to see if everything is exactly where you'd like it. And finally, you want to head on over to graphics to disable motion blur and film grain. And also, I would suggest using performance mode or low settings on pretty much everything. Having a pretty map or something pretty to look at doesn't matter as much as your frames per second when it comes to gunfights. Also, make sure you're toggling your field of view. I recommend in between 85 and 110. The smaller the field of view, the less you're going to be able to see on your screen, but things are going to appear larger to you, so it's easier to hit your shots. But if you're comfortable in your ability to hit your small targets, to hit things that are a lot smaller on your screen, and you would like to see a lot more on your screen, then definitely bump this thing way up. You can go all the way up to 120, but I don't recommend it. I would stick around 105, somewhere around in there. Now, game modes and what to play first. We have Warfare, which is going to be big team battles like Attack and Defend and King of the Hill. And then we have Operations. This is going to be your extraction shooter mode. I suggest starting with Warfare. These modes let you focus on combat and movement without worrying about complex objectives in here to start out with. Alright, when it comes to the best starter loadouts, I suggest using these weapons and loadouts that will carry you early. The Car 15 is unlocked for you already, and it is available on Assault, Support, Engineer, and Recon. You can use it on all classes. It's a very balanced rifle. They're accurate, easy to control, and great for mid-range. First thing you're going to want to do is go into this View Details menu, go down to Details, and it's going to show you exactly what all the stats on your gun actually mean. The biggest thing we're going to pay attention to is this control setting. As you can tell, this Car 15 recoils off to the right while it's firing. Horizontal recoil is definitely the hardest to control while you're firing, so we want to mitigate as much of that horizontal recoil as we possibly can. So as you can see with my mods, we have virtually eliminated any horizontal recoil. Whenever I'm building a rifle, I like to focus on control and handling. Just to simplify it, control and handling is recoil and ADS. Now, when you start out, you're going to have access to 4 operators: D-Wolf, Stinger, Shepherd, and Luna. D-Wolf is going to be your assault class. What he excels at is getting into the front lines very quickly with his motorized exoskeleton and his triple blaster, which is a firing of 3 grenades. Stinger is going to be our support class. He is our healer, so he's got his hive tech that can heal himself and also anyone around him. He also has a smoke screen. And then we have Shepherd, our engineer. His abilities revolve around destroying other people's equipment and destroying vehicles. And then we've got Luna, who is our recon, our scout, our sniper. She's got a detection arrow that, when fired out, highlights all enemies within that detection range. Also a bolt arrow that can do continuous damage to people within about 5 feet of that bolt arrow. For the most part, I definitely recommend using Stinger as a healer and our Shepherd as our engineer. These are definitely the most team-focused operators. Now, for your movement and gunfight basics, here's how you avoid dying instantly and win your 1v1s. You're always pre-aiming around corners. You don't sprint around blind. That's an easy way, guaranteed way to get you killed fast. Use cover at all times. If you're out in the open, you're dead. Always go from cover to cover. A lot of the times, I'm running cover to cover and I'm diving into that next cover because I don't even want one bullet to hit me. You're never standing still during a fight. You're strafing, you're ducking, and you're keeping it unpredictable. And we're using audio cues at all times. If you're not wearing a headset, you're definitely at a disadvantage. I can't tell you the amount of times someone has tried to sneak up on me and it didn't work because I could hear their footsteps around the corner. Map awareness and smart positioning. Let's talk brains over brawn. We're going to stick to the edges of the map, especially at the beginning, because the center is always a death trap. You're going to use your height to your advantage, elevation always wins gunfights, and you're going to check your minimap constantly. Red dots equal free kills. Whenever you're just starting out and a beginner, you want to learn 1 to 2 routes per map and get good at controlling them. Get good at memorizing them and learning what the sight lines are, what's around the next corner, and where the enemy could possibly be. Fast XP and early progression tips. If you want to unlock gear faster, just go down here to this events tab. So what you basically have are daily challenges, weekly challenges, event challenges, and operator challenges. Here's your daily, here's your weekly. We've got event challenges, event challenges, event challenges, and then of course your operator challenges. All of these can be completed in the background without you even noticing or trying to do them. Definitely would recommend coming down to this events tab if it's highlighted and going through and collecting any of these rewards that you have. The rewards are most of the time weapon XP tokens, where you can go in to your loadout to a gun that you haven't fully maxed out. You can go into the level, go to upgrade, and select any or all of these and upgrade it. It's going to take it all the way up to level 31, which unlocks all of these attachments. And early gameplay tips, a way to earn a lot of XP early on is to make sure that you're staying alive, staying with your team, and completing objectives. While you're on these objectives, make sure you're just chilling back and using your abilities. Hive Tech Pistol is a great help to the team because it can heal any single one of your team members from very far away. As Shepherd, you can use this Sonic Paralysis and gain thousands of points of XP in a match just by sitting back and using a Sonic Paralysis around the corner. And as Luna, using those detection arrows every single time you get them to highlight the enemy team in people's HUD and on the map. You want to aim for kill streaks. Those reward you with XP and map control. And there it is, your step-by-step guide to dominating early in Delta Force. You've got the right settings, the best loadout, movement tips, and map awareness. All that's left, get out there and shred. If this helped you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and drop a comment if you want a pro tips guide next. See you in the next one.